I took a little trip this weekend just to unwind from the city.
Yeah, where'd you go? You
People.
went like to the woods type shit, like a farm type shit.
Poconos.
Poconos.
Yeah, when
I never been to Poconos.
Ever?
Nah, I've been there once.
Yeah,
I've been there once.
They unfortunately
Primerica.
shout out Prime America.
Yeah, shout out Primerica.
Don't shout out Prime America.
They owe you money, nigga.
They do.
They owe me money. The fuck. But yeah, continue.
Yeah, just went out with some family, couple friends.
That's your spot.
This is the second time I've been there.
I think. Nah, you sure?
Yeah, I went there in the summertime. That was my immediate family. This time it wasn't with my immediate family.
The ones y'all invited me to.
During
That
the
time,
weekend, yeah, and you ignored us, yeah.
No.
Other than that, yeah. So it was an event.
Why you say that?
Because the first time, the Friday when we got there. All right, so it started with me. Started receiving calls from a no caller ID. Now, when I seen the first call, I'm like, I know how petty a certain gender can be, right?
Okay, anyone can guess what that is.
No, not anyone.
Women.
That's not true. Men could be petty too.
Because why would men be calling you?
Well, anyway, we know how petty a certain gender can be, right? So I gave my cousin the phone, and she answered. Then she started laughing. Then she hung up eventually. She's like, How long have you been receiving calls like this? I'm like, that's the first time I'm getting the call.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, it was a little girl's voice, and she asked, do you want to play hide and seek? Right? Now, I'm like, I never got a call like that ever.
What is this, The Ring?
Exactly, right? There's fucking Conjuring 4.
Right.
So,
Right.
a couple minutes later,
That's
got a
crazy.
call again. I answer. I put it on speaker. The little girl starts singing. La, 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 la. Like singing that repetitive.
Right. And y'all was like in the woods type shit.
We was in the woods amongst white people, amongst Trump supporters and shit. No hammer on us. Nobody got a hammer.
See, I was lacking.
We was lacking.
Niggas could have caught y'all.
Yeah, they'd have got stabbed up, but they'd have caught us.
Yeah.
So after that, other people in the house started getting calls.
Oh, really?
Yes. One of my cousins, couple people, they got shook. One of them answered the phone. I see you. Now it's a white guy, an elderly white guy. First it was a little white girl voice.
Really?
Elderly guy. He's like, I see you in such and such room. I see you.
Were they accurate?
It wasn't accurate though. They wasn't accurate. So at me, I'm like, yo, we know we got cousins that clown. Wade be on this type of time. I'm like, yo, bro, what is the? I'm the only one thinking logical and with the shits.
Yeah,
I'm like,
y'all booked the cabin. Y'all booked the cabin.
Mm-hmm. But it's Airbnb.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a cabin. It was a fucking mansion. You could say. So I'm like, what's the odds a ghost got all our numbers? I mean, all right. It's a ghost, but what? All right, put the ghost thing aside. What's the odds? What's the odds a killer got all of our numbers?
Right. Yeah.
That lives out here.
Yeah.
How he know that we was gonna move out?
No
Come out here
y'all
for the
not
weekend.
Wanted. Yeah, it don't make sense.
Even if they knew who was coming to book the Airbnb, who's gonna be staying here, only one person had to put their information down.
Right.
Number, phone, card, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, there's hackers and shit. What's the odds of you hacking and getting exactly the same amount of people who is there out of this person contactless?
Right. Yeah.
It's way too much loopholes with this shit. So I'm the only one calm and thinking logically and shit.
You really the only one?
For the most part, yeah.
How many was y'all?
It was 16 of us.
16 of y'all.
16 of us,
and
including
you
myself.
Only one.
For the most part, yes.
That was
the next morning.
Sound like bullshit.
The next morning, I went outside and I took a lap around the compound.
Uh-huh.
recorded all of that. That's how I posted that video. That was
Okay.
part from. So I'm walking around, peeped a neighbor house. I'm like, I didn't see this. I didn't know there was a neighbor this close.
Came out the ground.
Called a haunted type shit.
Yeah, right.
Peeped a pond at the bottom. To be honest, I wanted to take a walk into the woods area because it's daytime. And, in the wintertime, all the leaves are off. So you can see shit from afar. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to be taking a straight path pretty much and then going to walk back. When I was taking a lap around the compound, no. When I was going, if I was going for the walk, yeah. So that night, the calls continued.
Really?
Yeah, people. I'm like, yo. Well, before that, let me tell you.
Only call at nighttime.
Let me tell you though, some funny shit. When we first got there, it's the housekeeper. He wasn't the owner of the spot. Mm-hmm. So I go inside and I'm like, I go in the patio area where he was, and I'm like, can we go inside?
Wait, was he like living there too with y'all?
No. He was just staying until he met the person that booked it.
The first day?
Yeah, the first night when we got there.
So he left after the first
He
night?
left right after, yeah.
Okay.
To our knowledge. And I don't know if he was staying in the guest house.
I think it was an attic.
The attic door is locked. It's like 3 doors in the house that's locked. Like, no access to it. I'm like, all right, red flag.
I don't want them cabins, man.
There's a couple red flags. That's why I brought back to this night when we first pulled up. So first things first.
That's crazy.
He, I'm like, can we go inside? He's like, yeah, we could go inside. And we just standing up. I'm like, can we go inside now? He's like, yeah, we could go inside. I was like, I gotta use the bathroom. He's like, all right, we could go inside. Cause I'm like, bro, I just asked, can we go inside? Like, lead me inside, nigga. What the fuck? Yeah. I'm gonna walk in like I know where everything is.
Right.
So
this big ass cabin,
mansion.
Yeah.
So we walking around, whatever. We in a certain room, and this room is like all the blinds are up. It's like them pull down blinds. Mm-hmm. In my head, I'm thinking in terms of security. As long as I have family around, I think security first. Myself, I'm gonna think security, but I'm not gonna be on like as adamant with it.
You're in protector mode.
Yeah. So in my head, I'm like, as soon as we got into the room, I'm like, I don't know who could be standing outside looking at us right now.
Lower these fucking blinds.
The fuck? And then he was like, you could turn. He's like, you could turn the lamps on, and he turned the lamps on. I'm like, it's nighttime. The main light is on, and then you turn the lamps on. Turn on both lamps. I'm like, then he's like, we could go. And like leading out to another room. I turned back. I was like, nah, turn the lamps off. I went back, turned the lamps off. He's like, you want to turn them off? In my head, I'm like, I'm not answering this dumbass question.
Right.
Who the fuck is reading right now?
Yeah.
The room is well lit.
Yeah. And why would he actually after you already turned them off? Obviously, is what you wanted to do.
So moving on now. Showed me the rooms that's not accessible and all of this. All right. So after he left, right? Me and one of my cousins, her boyfriend, we on the same type of time. Niggas walking around searching every drawer, every room, every door, every closet. I'm like, I fuck with you. Mm-hmm. So we in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And we open up the cabinet. And it's only one thing in the whole cabinet. And it's in the center of the cabinet. And let's say it was a adobo bottle, hypothetically. The contents inside of the bottle was not adobo. Second red flag.
So what was it?
Third red flag. I don't know.
It was like substitute?
I don't know. It was like some reddish powder. I don't know. Third red flag. The expiration date on the container is 2007. My nigga, we in 2020.
Damn. Throw that away. Trying to get y'all niggas killed.
This is a whole 13-year gap. Airbnb been out how
long? So nobody that went there
exactly
throw it out?
The housekeeper, you ain't walk around.
But check it out though. You don't know what's inside, but that's probably why they was replacing it with new shit. Because the container was expired. But they was replacing it. Either way, not use it.
That's bullshit. Throw that shit out.
Yeah, of course. Either way, not use it. But they probably wanted to just keep that. I'm just thinking like devil's advocate. They want to keep
fuck
the container.
That. Fuck
and
the
shit.
devil and his advocate. That shit made no sense.
Yeah.
We in the living room. Pull out the drawer. A painting of some old white lady. Looked like a fucking slave master or some shit.
Really?
It's like an 8x11 frame. Why is this in the living room drawer? Like, I mean, if you go to a house, paintings are hung up.
Yeah, they probably didn't want to hang up. They probably want to.
Who is this bitch? Next to that is
Owner the plantation.
Next to it is a picture of a white woman and a white man. It looked like people who were not related.
This sound like some Get Out shit.
Underneath the painting of the woman, the 8x11 with the old white woman, it's like a 3x4 frame of either a light-skinned black male or a male of Hispanic descent. They look nothing alike.
It's some Get Out shit.
Not adapted.
This is some.
And mind you, the woman, her painting is face up. So as soon as you pull out the drawer, you see an old white woman.
Mm-hmm.
When you lift that up, I lift it up. I saw the other portrait face down, right underneath it. So I had to pick that thing up and flip it over to see the painting of the picture of the.
He was by himself.
He was by himself. She was by herself.
This is some Get Out shit. Okay.
Then we found a key. My cousin's like, "Oh, what is this?" I was like, "It's a skeleton key." Like,
so yeah, check the old
we didn't try though. We didn't try. Niggas were scared. It was like, Abdalla, stop, Abdalla. They was like,
because I ain't look. I'm gonna play white devil's advocate. I'm gonna play white serial killer devil advocate. You might have opened one of them doors, went downstairs, and it's a chamber, like a torture chamber or some shit.
Never know.
Wait, what was the cat? It's like New Jersey type shit, like New Jersey.
Nah, Poconos is Pennsylvania.
And like, you had to drive miles to get to this spot, like drive miles in the woods to get to this location.
Yeah.
Or it's just like near the city.
Yeah, woods, and right? Then when we get there, it's like an indent off the road to get to that house.
How was the signal out there?
The signal was horrible out there.
That's what I'm saying.
One bar.
Areas like that.
Well, we had T-Mobile, so I don't know how Verizon would be.
Areas like that.
I need Verizon.
Like that. And like,
I need Verizon and a gun.
It just ring me off as like niggas could be murdered out here. Like,
yeah.
And who would know?
That's a fact.
Who would know? It's y'all miles away. Y'all scream. They probably got the walls insulated and shit.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean?
So that's interesting though. I like the story though. Continue.
I mean, I'm pretty much done with the story. Nothing crazy happened. I slept. I was the only one that slept in the basement. Everybody else slept upstairs in rooms.
This nigga will be the one. Yo,
I had 2 knives on me. I was not playing. Wait,
was that by like you had to like?
I chose to. The second night, Tama was like, "Oh, you want to sleep in here with all the girls?" I mean, majority were girls. Others majority was family. It's like,
was it like
few non-family,
like couples?
Some couples. Not everybody.
Then it was like mostly family. Some of their friends and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Next time, can I get an invite?
Nah, cause
Why?
No, I'm not gonna be keep inviting people to shit and they keep forgetting shit and ignoring shit.
How many times have you invited me and I said no?
That's important shit though.
How many times have you no? How many times have you invited me?
That's not the point. That's not the point. Anyway, moving on.
They invited me like twice and I'm busy and I can't go and he never invite me again. I'm not like OG. Don't put me in the room with OG. OG
niggas was busy. Niggas forgot.
OG would say, "Yo, I'm coming," and don't text you.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm cool though.
I'm coming, nigga. I'm texting Taylor.
Yeah, okay. So she invited. They was like, well, mainly Tama, but nobody else opposed it. She was like, "You want to sleep in the room with us?" I was like, "Nah, I'm good." I slept in the basement. I was good. Now in the basement, I'm hearing sounds and shit. The last night I figured out what the sound was.
Because big houses like that, they have like pipes. They like water,
like ticking sound, like somebody is knocking at the window sound.
Okay.
And the basement door, it's a glass door with like the panes. Like it's like you could see. It's like checkered glass, and you can see outside. There's no blinds. White people don't fuck with blinds.
Someone could just see
so
sleeping there.
Somebody could just. but I turned the lights off because I don't trust that shit.
Yeah, and you already dark as fuck, so
I'm blending in, and you know I love wearing all black. So
yeah,
exactly, unless I smile. Remember the Uvu days? Yeah, exactly. So I'm hearing the first night I heard it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Then the second night I'm in the bathroom. It's like 2, 3 in the morning. I'm hearing like the ticking sound. Like, well, it's not like that, but it's like.
I be hearing that in my room, but it be like water hitting the pipes, I think, type shit. But
what
was it? You found
it was the refrigerator in the kitchen that was like a room away from where I was sleeping. So I'm like, all right. But other than that, it was a cool trip. You
guys playing like, like Taboo and like
we was
Monopoly.
We had Monopoly. We didn't play Taboo. We played like Uno. We played drinking games. We played pool. Oh my god! Everybody got the smoke with pool. Everybody got the smoke from me.
You beat them all?
Everybody.
They must have been whacked then.
No. Niggas was like, yo, run it back. This
nigga a pool shark now.
Again.
You a pool shark?
Got it from my grandpa. Oh. But yeah, when I play pool, that's when all the math B and pre-calculus kicks in. Yeah, okay. Tell him pull up. It's just that simple. Tell him pull up.
All right, my uncle.
Before we get off, the last time they called on some bullshit, I was like, yo, fuck all that shit. Just pull up. If you go, just pull up. The fuck.
Yeah.
Ghost or real person, just pull up. Like
what they said. Did they respond?
They kept doing the same dumb shit.
I know you're in this room.
Yeah. Like that's stupid shit. I wasn't even paying attention to the rebuttals. I was just like, just pull up.
Yeah,
it's just that simple.
Obviously,
and everybody came back alive.
So y'all didn't find out who pranked y'all? Like?
I have an idea of who it was. I think it's my cousin's girlfriend because when we was playing we started playing hide and seek in the house.
Yeah, that's a good game in a big ass house.
Not when a nigga is prank calling you, or real calling you, trying to kill you. Then and we turn all the lights out.
It's kind of I guess it's a good game.
I scared the shit out of 2 people. And when I say I scared the shit, I mean I scared the shit. Like niggas, my cousin, she took off running. She ain't look back. She's like, fuck my phone, fuck all that dumb shit. Like, I need to save my life. Then another cousin, her boyfriend came. He was like, well, she went and told them like what happened because she was in the area. Okay, she was in a certain room, and somebody went in that room to hide. And she was like, who is that? And the person it was Tama. Tama wasn't saying shit. She's like, if you don't tell me who it is, I'm leaving this fucking. Long story short, my cousin left the room because she was scared. While leaving the room, she, unbeknownst to her, I'm in the other room, hiding behind a chair. So as she's walking out, scared the shit out of her. That's when she ran off.
You said,
Yeah, made crazy sounds and shit. When she went off, she went and told the person who was it, which is my other cousin's boyfriend. Mm-hmm. He was like, nah, I'm good. Whoever's in that room, I'm good. He's like, you good. Like, whoever's in that room, you good. And while he's saying that, he's walking towards the room. He's like, I don't know who it is. I don't want no problems. Like, you good. Like, niggas is not, I'm not, you could just come out. Like, I ain't gonna find you. I'm not coming in there to look for you. As he's saying that, like I said, he's walking towards, the entrance for that room. So when he got close enough, that's when.
What you did though? Like what you did?
I was just on some like on some.
And he ran.
He's like, oh, and he didn't run. He didn't get a chance to run. He was startled at first. Then he fell. Yo, horror movies. Now I see why women be falling. Like when you scared, it's like your feet get just Your feet be like, fuck it.
I run faster when I'm scared.
Hey, I've never been in a predicament. Well, being scared from a dog and being scared from Jason is 2 different things.
But Jason walks. It's like, how the fuck you not burn this nigga?
Okay, Freddy. All right, Freddy.
How you not burn? Freddy don't even run. He just pops up and shit. Cause he's
Chucky.
in a dream.
Leprechaun.
Yeah, Chucky's a
okay. All right,
sneaky motherfucker.
But yeah, when you running from
small,
and especially something that looks insidious too. And wants to kill you.
Like you're startled and shit.
Like your heart pump is different.
But like I'm not tripping over nothing, bro. I'm hitting 40 miles per hour. I'm hitting Usain Bolt numbers.
But yeah, I enjoyed my stay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ate a bunch of junk food.
I love trips like that. Just a bunch of friends in the house, bugging out. I miss those days, man. Traveling and shit and doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me and my friends, we gotta plan some shit like that. I had some shit in Jersey, like some resort, but gotta get the schedule. I'm impressed that all 16 of y'all actually
locked it in.
Got that together. 16 people. That's
yeah.
And
then on the drive down, we stopped at like the outlet. I didn't shop, but people did. Mine shop. But shit like that is cool. Like after a dope weekend, like
doing
you do
shit
some
in a
shopping
group is cool.
And then we just walk in. We in the outlet
in a group
because it's different cars.
Yeah.
We at the Ralph Lauren store and niggas is just like walking past and shit. It's like, yo, what up? And people like, white people and shit. They like, oh my god,
gangs.
All the niggers know each other. So yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, it's just dope. Yeah, I gotta do that soon. Definitely.
Yeah.
But